Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Hello, friends. Welcome to our live feed update show for today, March the 13th. We have a new HOH. We have newness and all nudity, not all nudity, just newness. We have newness happening on the feeds. It's a new week, and I'm here to fill you in. Because, that's what we do on a live feed update show. Now, I do see really quickly that Cheryl's in the chat, and Cheryl said she did her first live feed updater shift. Congratulations, Cheryl. I don't know if that deserves congratulations, but I see that you loved it, and that is amazing. If any of you guys want to be a live feed updater, yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters to become a live feed updater. Or if you just want to see the amazingness that the live feed updaters are doing, yourrealityrecaps.com/Twitter? No. Just go to BBCan8 live feeds on Twitter. I thought I made a forward for them, but maybe I did not. So it's just at BBCan8 live feeds over on Twitter if you want to keep up with the live feed updaters 24/7. They're amazing. I mean, I know I told you guys that I love Big Brother Canada because they go to bed and they're forced to go to bed at 1 o'clock. Well, guess what? Apparently not this season. Apparently this season, Big Brother can be like, hey, go to bed. And people can be like, no. And then Big Brother's like, go to bed. And they're like, no. And then Big Brother goes, go to bed now. And they're like, F off, Big Brother. And they got like 10 good nights last night. And they were still up at like 4 a.m. And I don't know why they're allowed. Unlike previous years, you would get in trouble. Like on previous years, they would get punishments. So I don't get why that's not happening now. It's kind of weird. But no worries. It was a privilege to be able to update for you, Eric. Well, let me tell you this in all sincerity. The honor is all mine. And I mean, it's just a way that I think the YR family gives back to the YRR community. I deserve no credit. All of the updaters that are doing it all deserve all the credit. Jess M on Twitter, who oversees all the live feed updaters. Those are the ones that are running it, and you guys are all amazing, and it's stupendous. All of the video clips and pictures and information that I show on these live feed update shows come from our live feed updaters. And I don't show everything, so there's more video clips on their Twitter and pictures and information and games when the feeds are down. There's lots of fun stuff on their Twitter, so at BBCan8 live feeds if you have not followed them yet. They have more followers than I do, so, whatever. Makes sense. They deserve it. I don't. You know what else came out today? Our interview with Mike. It is exclusively in the TV Co-op. Again, the only things that are on our website and YouTube and iTunes this Big Brother Canada season are these live feed update shows. Everything else is exclusively in the TV Co-op under myself or the BB Can 8 community in the TV Co-op. So we did our after show last night, Nicole and I. This morning we talked to Michael. Both of those are up in the TV Co-op, and Nicole's an evil, horrible monster, and that's all I have to say about her. Hey, Nicole, can you be a wing lady and help me out with Michael? Okay, Eric, I'll help you out with Michael. She proceeds to throw herself at Michael. Oh, just wait. I don't know what kind of mind games Nicole's playing. I don't know if she knew she had a boyfriend. But you'll see. So make sure that you guys go ahead and check that out because we have got to talk about what's been going on since the episode ended last night. So, again, this is a live feed update show, aka spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, bye. Great. Just because she has a boyfriend don't mean she can't flirt. She cannot flirt with my boyfriend, to be clear. Now, I also don't want to get anybody's hopes up because ultimately at the end of the day, I realize that family members are not the individual, but I talked to the person that was running Michael's account earlier today. And he thinks that Michael will be able to do a show with us either tomorrow or Sunday. So we're playing it loose. Whether our weekly recap show will be tomorrow night or whether it will be Sunday night, as soon as I know, I will let you know. Probably won't be until tomorrow afternoon I'll let you know what the final plan is, but I'm working hard to make it happen for yous. So that'll be super exciting. Now, over to the feeds and what we've missed since our poor little precious Michael's gone. Well, if you watched our show last night, you saw that Nicole was thrilled. We have a Sheldon HOH. I lose one boyfriend and my other boyfriend becomes HOH. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain. But I'm also not that thrilled because he's very much Team Chris, Team Kyle. And, well, nominations have not happened yet. I was thinking that they may happen before this show is over, but now I also feel like it's not looking so good. I thought we could start with what was going on the feeds as soon as they came back on, pretty much. So, as Sheldon is in 4 alliances and typically wants everyone out that aligned with Michael. Yeah. I feel like Sheldon, he's a really good player. So I know he's going to do what's best for his game. I do feel like right now his loyalty is more to people like Chris and Kyle, which would make sense because he's going to want other big guys in there to be a target ahead of himself. But as we're going to see in this clip of him talking to Brooke, I'm not so sure that Kyle is... well, let's just watch. Ready? Here we go.
If we do that, like... Sheldon is like top of the list and like I'm collateral for that.
Okay.
That's exactly how I feel. That's genuinely my favorite thing about working with Kyle.
Yeah.
He likes working with Kyle.
Just basically told him the truth and he was like, that's fair.
I'm gonna turn it up a touch. Hold on.
Also, I found out that like the only people that Rianne put her balls in were Kyle and I. She's a sketch.
Well, she is. Great woman, nice girl, but definitely sketch.
No, yeah, she's amazing.
Very sketch.
She's sketch. She's amazing, says Brooke.
Like, Maddie and Rihanna.
So Rianne is who they're talking about, by the way.
I'm not married to the idea, but I'm just going through as many possibilities in my head as I can, and they're most likely going to go up. With that said,
okay. All right, I'm going to stop it here because that's mainly the point. I wanted you to hear who, in the beginning of this, right as he became HOH, who he was considering going after, or said who is probably going to go up, is a Rianne and a Maddie. Really, Sheldon? A Rianne and a Maddie? That's not... Rianne and Maddie aren't affecting your game, Sheldon. And this is why I feel like... Yeah. I'm saying this is where we started. Was where he was thinking a Maddie and a Rianne. I was a little confused if he was telling it to Brooke because he doesn't fully trust Brooke, but again, doesn't make sense. I do agree, Rachel. They don't have anybody and they aren't threats to his game. That's why it feels like if he was making a move like that, it, to me, is he is trying to gain more favor with, like, a Chris or a Kyle. And I don't know that that's what it all is best for Sheldon's game. And I agree, he did say he only wanted HOH to be safe, aka he's afraid to make a big move. But as he kind of should be, honestly, because Chris just has a big old target on his back now. And I also think he could make a safe move that doesn't involve... Like, I see Maddie and Rhiannon, and I do hate to say this, as better players in this game so far from what I've seen than a Hira, than a, oh my god, an Angie. So, why not try and fill in the spot that Mike left behind? Definitely than a Carol. Why not try and fill in the spot that Mike left behind with the Maddies, the Rhianns, the JLs? Because I don't know how Sheldon doesn't see that JL would be more loyal to him than Chris would. In my opinion, JL would be way more loyal to Sheldon in the long run than a Chris would. But that's I don't know. Rhiannon seems like one of those players who would win a pile of comps later in the game. I agree. I love her. I love Rhiannon. I don't get why she does not get more airtime on the show. Doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like she should be getting a lot more airtime than she is actually getting. Sheldon seems poised very well so far with alliances. I agree, though, that JL would be more loyal as Maddie and Rhiannon, who have no one else. Right, I feel like he could be scooping up a solid 4 that I just believe would be a more loyal 4. He saw them be loyal to Mike. Then a Chris, a Kyle, a Vanessa, that you were literally watching them having fights in the middle of the house, spilling tea publicly, being messy in a way that is endangering everyone in their alliance's game. It just, I don't know why he's not putting more value in going in more in that direction, I guess is my point. Ming, Jamar, and Chris and Kyle have been sealing feed times. I know. Yeah. So meanwhile, after as the night has gone on, we have also seen a little more bonding between JL and Maddie, which we'll also see them get up after everyone has gone to bed and... Oh, no. That was not JL and Maddie. That was JL and Brooke last night getting up and talking. But still, JL... I almost feel like JL thinks, all right, Mike's gone. He's my boy. Now I can kind of swoop in and maybe try and fill a showman's thing. Because no one's going for Chris. No one's going for Chris. And I mean, there is Ming and Jams, but they have like this weird relationship. They need to fill in this role of a showman's, and he just might be here for it. I'll just get to it now since I mentioned it. Late last night, after everybody went to bed, JL and Brooke were awake, got back up, went in the living room not with basically the lights off. The lights are off. They kind of just sat on the couch chatting, and a lot of the conversation was about how creepy and inappropriate Chris is. Now, they did do it very much in a way that was like, we think Chris is a really good guy, but it's weird when he like overly flirts. And we think he's a really good guy, but like sometimes he like inappropriately inappropriately touches. But Chris is like a really good guy. And I don't know that, like, I don't think he has a bad heart. But then he makes gay jokes, and that's upsetting. But I think he's a really good guy. It was just a very weird conversation. And again, it makes me feel like JL just really wants a showmance. Like he was working Maddie a little bit earlier, and now it seems to be over here working on a little bit of the Brooke late night Brooke couch session. Is interesting. Now, there was also a moment that happened, which, you know, I depend a lot on the live feed updaters. I do have the feeds on, but obviously, even though the feeds are on, it's like a lot of information to retain for these shows. So the live feed updaters are a great way to help me jog my memory, but still, there are things that I miss. And there seems to be one very big thing that I missed yesterday. Kind of sort of right when the feeds came back on. And somebody who I love that all of you should be following on Twitter as well, Earth Dog BB. He does the amazing photo chops, the Photoshop mashups of stuff all during the BB seasons. And now it looks like he's coming for my gig and doing videos. But either way, he made this kind of funny video about what a lot of people seem to be talking about on Twitter last night. The Kyle and Vanessa crying session. So... Adrian! I don't get it. We'll watch it one more time. Look at how his jaw is like... I don't... First of all... Yes, obviously mocking the Pauly Calafiore. Obviously mocking that scenario. But, I missed it. All I could see, and then I totally got sidetracked. All I saw was a whole bunch of people talking about him crying with Vanessa, but I didn't get what the crying was about. Oh, we were doing this... Oh, that's right. Nicole and I were live. That was what it was. Sorry, we were doing another show for you. We're just busy with shows. Oh, it's because him and Vanessa were have-nots again. Got it. Right. Vanessa is a have-not. Kyle is a have-not. Maddie is a have-not. And then the new have-not for this week is Angie. Okay, so that cry was an I'm hungry cry. Girl. Stop it. And not for nothing, and I'm not judging. I mean, I guess I am judging. But I don't know that if I was your wife, I would want to watch you fall into another woman's arms while you're crying and embracing each other. Maybe find a guy to cry to. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird, and it just seemed inappropriate to me. Meanwhile, over in the HOH, there's Kyle, Chris, and Vanessa. Kyle, Chris, Vanessa, and Sue talking about the HOH comp, and they were wondering if Jamar or Jams was targeting them, Kyle and Sue, because he seemed to keep putting his balls in their tube. And Kyle says that Ming told him, Jamar, not really in our alliance. Which is true. I believe that Jam's loyalty is way more to the old... Oh my god, I want to say Excaliburs. I want to say to the old Excaliburs. To Michael's old crew. Because the name is XXXX Victors. Wow, I got X stuck in my brain and I could not get it out. Ming goes on to go talk to Sheldon and says, like, what's the plan this week? Like, you're very hard for me to read. I don't understand what's going on. And he kind of just brushes her off. He kind of just brushes Ming off and is like, I'm gonna, like, play it safe this week. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play it safe this week. I'm trying to see if I have the clip. We'll do this first, because hold on. Let me do my next thing first. I thought this was interesting from our live feed updaters. Oh, can I bring the tweet up? I can. Here's one great example of a fun tweet from our live feed updaters. I saw this last night. The HOH crew was talking about auditioning for the show, and for those of you that like this sort of information, Angie tried out every season. All of them. All of them. Angie's been trying out for 8 years, everyone. Or I guess 7 years. Maddie tried out for season 6 and 7, so I guess it took Maddie 3 times. It took Angie 8 times. Carol tried out for season 4. Sheldon tried out for a couple of them, and Jams thought he'd be too much for production, so thought, meh, why bother? Meh. Why would I bother? Okay. Now's the fun part of our show where my chair has fallen so far to the ground that I'm forced to stand up so that I'm not just a floating head, and we can try and get our chair back. Yay, it's a fun game that I play, fighting this chair every day, all day long. Oh, I think whatever. We'll see how we do. It's a live show. I shrunk. So I thought that was very interesting. Okay, so meanwhile, Kyle and Rianne are talking about Sheldon's letter that he got. Obviously, he was very emotional hearing from his family. They were talking about how it's only been 13 days. And it's weird to them that after 13 days... they can miss their family so much. You can miss your family after 13 days. Do I think it's like throw yourself on a grave? No, not really. I don't think it's like, oh, this is the end of the world. Now, much as I suspected, later into the evening, we have a Chris and a Sheldon celebrating. They both agree that they're gonna dominate in this game. See, this is what scares me. I don't want a Chris and Sheldon pair. Like, get away from him. Go somewhere else, Chris. I just don't want it. I'm not here for it, and I don't want it. We also were hearing a little bit of conversation between Ming and... Ooh, sorry, hold on. We were also hearing a little bit of conversation between Ming and Jams, where Ming's explaining that she has it out for Angie. She feels that Angie is a floater, that Angie is a pawn, and she doesn't like floaters and pawns in the game. All right, Ming, if that was the case, then last week, why did you not actually help Michael? Why then did you act... I feel she kind of actively went against Michael last week. if you were going, like, if you really had a problem with floaters in this game, you could have used your, persuasion to push Chris in another direction. You didn't. You were all on board with Mike. So I don't know. I really think that Ming falls under the category of like a Danielle Donato in Big Brother, meaning she gets bored and likes to cause drama. She gets bored and likes to create problems. She gets bored and just likes to stir stuff up, which is great for us live feed watchers. But do I think she has the ability to go far in the game because of it? I don't think so. I think this is going to catch up to her way, way sooner than later. Over in the Expedia room, Brooke and Hera are having their check-in, and they're basically talking about how they don't really feel safe in the game. Brooke brings up, get ready for this. I'm gonna come back for this, okay? Brooke tells Hera that until she saw Maddie and Mike kiss at the top of the stairs, she didn't realize that they were considered a showmance. Brooke, I don't understand you. There are times when I love you and think that you have such a great grasp on this game, and you're like, you understand. I got a Chris kiss butt, and that's called being dyslexic. You understood you got to oh wow, I can't even do it. Kiss Chris's butt to save your game. And you're willing to do it even though you don't like him, but you didn't realize that Mike and Maddie were a showmance? Hello, Brooke. They literally put them in a giant box and labeled it the showmance. And then literally wheeled it out in front of your face. What is happening, Brooke? I don't know what Brooke is doing. I know that JL said the same thing. JL is stupid smart. I expect JL to be like, about most things. I don't expect Brooke to be. I expect Brooke to have common sense. Like, I think JL is one of those people that is really smart when it comes to, like, strategy and thinking things through and how to, like, move through the complexity of the game. But when it comes to, like, what's your favorite ice cream flavor, JL will be like, ugh. Or more specifically, if it's JL, he'll be like, I do chocolate. Because that's the way JL talks if you watch the feeds. He has this really weird, what is that, grunge? Like that girl that walks out of the TV. He has like a her voice when he's just talking on the feeds. It's so creepy. So he's weird. It's weird to me. Okay. Then we have what I will call my douchiest moment of the night. The biggest douchebag of the night award goes to... Any guesses, chat? Any guess of who I'm going to give the biggest douchebag of the night award to? Did you guess, Chris? Because we had this moment last night with Chris in the hot tub.
Massive can of whoop ass, just serving them up on a silver platter. Nothing they could do. White
Not-
flag, demoralized for 2 days campaigning. Coming up with the most ridiculous bullshit campaign in Big Brother history that absolutely no one bought. Someone should send these people to a sales training school because apparently they got no selling skills.
Chris.
That's the
So
verdict.
funny,
9-3. And I guess
my
the other three
gosh.
want to go with the sinking ship, so we'll kick their ass out for the next 3 weeks.
That's right.
Smart game move.
That's
Not.
right.
Good
That's
job, guys.
right, Chris.
Yeah.
That is right.
You cracked me up. Oh my god, that's so funny.
I should have said that in my DR. See you later.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sorry, kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Let's break this down now. Yeah. Yeah. Chris, not a good look for you, buddy. Buddy pal, not a good look. Number one, you got everybody on the outside trying to tell people that this is not you in the real world and that you're a great, humble person that likes to help people. Your job is like motivational speaking and inspiring people to overcome obstacles in their lives. So now maybe, again, I do agree, the game is not real world, and you will get a second chance from me when you are in said real world, Chris. But just gonna say, sitting in a hot tub making fun of somebody because they don't understand something and basically calling them stupid while your gaggle of hens are all cackling around you, probably not gonna be so great for business. Just my opinion. Again, look at our amazing Nicole. Look at our amazing Nicole who does shows with us, who had people like, oh God, and of course now I forget her name. The one that dated Nick in the house, that was Bella. Haha, I got it without chat. Bella. You know, Bella going after her, ruining her game. Nick saying things about her. And even Nicole in the house, after they had been gone, after all that they tried to do to her game for a long term, always spoke positively of them on the feeds after they were out of the house. Was always like, hey, I get it. You know, it was just a game, and you did what you thought was what you had to do and what was right. I'm just saying, it's just, I would understand other people. Like, this is where I feel a struggle even talking about it, like I'm having an argument with myself over it. Because again, I do agree, game is game and real world is real world. And if it was other people in the house, I would even understand it and be like, it makes sense. But I'm just saying, Chris, for you specifically, whose job is like the antithesis of what you're doing right now, I don't understand. I feel like you're not thinking this through, is my only point, Chris. My only point with Chris. Meanwhile, Sheldon, I believe, is taking Maddie, right? On the Wendy's date? Because they were talking about it last night over pool. Yes, okay. So, and I think that Sheldon is no longer wants to put Maddie up anymore. I think he kind of steered away now at this point from putting up Maddie and has gone more towards wanting to bring Maddie along with him for the Wendy's, I want to say the Wendy's date. I'm trying to get the picture for you. Wants to bring Maddie along for the Wendy's date and says that he hopes Anthony from Baby Can 7 will be the one delivering the food tomorrow. All right, well, you can hope away. I have a feeling it's going to be family members going forward. But I like the house guest. Do you guys like it better when it's old house guests, or do you like it being the family? You can comment below if you're watching on YouTube later. Obviously, you can comment now in the chat room or comment on our website. I see Michelle likes it when it's family members that are there. Gabrielle likes both. Lainey's girl likes it better when it's house guests. Okay. I think I like it better when it's house guests too. Be a Hoot likes it better when it's family. All right. I think one of the final kind of big things that came out of last night. I mean, we don't need to listen to it, but JL and Chris totally got it on in the hot tub. They should have been hugging longer. No, they apologized to each other. They talked about their feelings. They tried to work it out. Kyle ends up coming over. He apologizes to JL about things and the way they went down. He said he's been really feeling bad about it. JL assures him, it's just a game, buddy. It's just a game. No hard feelings, Kyle. And I'm like, JL, please tell me that you're kidding and you're just please tell me that you're just going along with this and you're not really buying into it. Oh, I'm aware, Rachel, because yes, JL is the backdoor plan. Now, surprise, surprise, Nicole and I guessed last night, again, if you watched the after show, if you didn't see our after show last night, it's in the TV Co app. I kind of felt last night that I thought what Sheldon would do would be nominate a Maddie, Rhiann, but flat out say, JL, just so you know, if one of them comes down, you're going to go up. I'm telling you now so that you don't feel like it's a backdoor. And honestly, if that is Sheldon's plan, no, he doesn't need to tell him. It's not jury. If it was jury, I would feel differently about telling them these people don't affect your game in any way. They're gone back into the real world. Again, they don't know that in the house, but maybe you should be a little bit concerned about it, but not a lot. I kind of feel like you can do whatever you want before jury starts. You don't have to worry about these people's feelings. All of these people will be, in my opinion, singing a different tune as soon as jury starts. They're not going to play the same way. Meanwhile, over into the HOH room, we see Sheldon celebrating with Brooke, with Kyle, with Vanessa.
I'm so happy. Oh my God.
They really want Rhiann out. Rhiann seems to be their choice of who they want to go after. He said him and JL talked and he wasn't going to backdoor them. You mean last night? Because I'm pretty sure as of today, he's back to wanting to backdoor JL. It changes so much. It changes based on who they are talking to. And they are the KSVB Alliance. The Kyle, Sheldon, Vanessa, Brooke are calling themselves the KSVB Alliance. Okay, so he's out of backdooring JL, but then is he putting JL straight up? Is he going to just nominate JL outright, or do we feel like he's keeping JL off the block completely? As far as what you feel is happening to Jay. KSVB Alliance. Off completely. Okay. Interesting. This is not what I heard when I was listening to the feed. But that was technically before the Michael interview, so I'm sure things could have changed. Hira, meanwhile, is in the have-not room. He's talking with Sheldon and Brooke, trying to influence nominations. I gotta hand it to Hira. At least he's playing. At least he's playing. And this is kind of when Big Brother just keeps telling them at this point, you guys gotta go to bed. You guys gotta go to bed. Hey, you guys need to go to bed. Which none of them are listening to. Big Brother legitimately turns off the lights to try and break it up. This is not photoshopped or a special effect. Big Brother just starts turning off the damn lights in the house. They're like, no, get TF out and go to bed. If any of you have not seen what the Big Brother house looks like with the lights off, here is the living room area. Was there another shot? No, there was not another shot. And now I'm not going to really get back into it. I already covered it in the beginning, but this is where I told you guys how JL and Brooke got together. They were talking. A lot of the conversation was about Chris and the way Chris was making people feel in the house. Hello. Oh my, then you missed the fight with Ming and Angie earlier today? There was a Ming and Angie fight last night? Oh, I'm not up to today. I'm up to today now. I thought we had another fight. I am up to today now. Now we are up to the today. BB will start the house on slop / no hot water, etc. if they don't start obeying BB like they have in past years. Savid, are you saying that they have said that, or are you just saying it because you know that's what happens in past years? Because I agree. That's what I said earlier in the show. They always got punished in earlier seasons when they didn't obey the going to bed thing, but I feel like nothing's been enforced or even said to them about this. It's just what they've done in the past years. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't miss it. Okay, so, now over to this morning. Rianne and Hira are getting ready for the day in the bathroom. Hira says that he thinks he's getting a sore throat. As we know, there's been like this sickness that has been going around the house. Did anyone catch Maddie saying about Chris? Oh God, no. I did not hear that. About Chris showing his bits to Ming? Oh, Maddie's saying he showed it to... No, Ming. She told Ming. Interesting. She told Ming that Chris showed it to Maddie. Huh. I did not hear that. Wow, that is interesting. Okay. So, back over to the feeds. Ming is now talking to Carol. Talking to Carol, and they're talking about, I guess, Sheldon's game. And they're wondering what information is actually getting to Sheldon and from who. Because if they're not influencing what he is doing, where they kind of believed they were in good with him, who is helping him make his decisions is kind of what they were trying to figure out. Ming and Carol are talking in the have-not room about a conversation with Angie that frustrated her last night, and says she feels that Angie was trying to get a reaction from her. Now, I think this was the comment where, I forget what the actual comment was, but Jams felt that Carol made kind of a racist joke towards him late last night. And I didn't see it on the feeds, but I saw their conversation about it after, where Angie was like, hey, you know, you need to address it. Like, either you need to address it or you need to let it go. And Jams was kind of like, I didn't want to address it in the beginning, like right when it happened, because I knew I would just pop off on her. Oh, Carol said that the cops would go after him. Okay, got it. She said about him being a thug and that the cops would go after him. Okay, so he was kind of like, I'm just going to let it go for right now. I mean, we saw in the, in her bio video, that she kind of came in and said, I'm a lesbian, I'm married to a woman, I have kids, I look like a guy. One of my kids are, I forget of what descent she said, but she's like, so basically, I can tell every, like, not PC joke and get away with it. So clearly that's what she's trying to do. Clearly. Back over to Carol now moving around the house. She actually goes this morning and she apologizes to Jamar. She says, I'm sorry if you took my comment. I'm trying to get up the picture. Sorry. She says, I'm sorry if you took my comment as a black joke. I didn't mean it that way. Good on Carol for apologizing, I guess, and now she knows not to do that anymore. Carol's like, I just want to squash it right here. Can we just be done with it? Can we just let it go? Jams is like, yes, let's just let it go. They hug it out. And apparently for the moment this morning, everything is fine with them. So they're okay. They have worked it out. Back over, well, actually not back over, then Jamar talking about Sheldon being in power, what is going to happen this week. Jamar says that Kyle's going to do whatever he needs to win, and that he is a little bit worried about the fact that he is willing to swear on his kids, and that Kyle went up to Sheldon and told Sheldon, Jamar's coming after you. His loyalty was to Mike. You should not believe that he is not going to come after you. And Jamar tells Ming that he came to him and told him that he wants to backdoor Kyle. That she said he wants to backdoor Kyle. So, already, arguments or it's starting to get a little more complicated between them in the house with Sheldon being in power, which I think is probably bad for Sheldon. I think he needs to be more direct. I think Sheldon needs to be more direct in where his loyalties lie. He's almost spreading himself too thin, and I think it's going to get him in trouble. Meanwhile, Ming is telling Sue that Angie was starting trouble with the comments that she was making about Carol, the whole Jamar thing, and says Angie is toxic and brown-nosing. She needs to stop stirring the pot. Sue tells Ming she's angry. She's raging. So I think this is probably the fight or the beginning of the fight that is going to happen. Ming is just a troublemaker. I think Ming just likes to stir the pot all the time, no matter what. I think she loves to stir a pot. So Carol ends up going to talk to Angie. And she is saying that, or Angie is telling Carol, look, don't be upset. Just pull back from people. Give them some time. And people are going to be okay. You know, it was just a joke. You know, I am here. It is going to be okay. Carol says that I keep my friends close. I keep my enemies closer. And Angie's saying it's a good way to be. You just got to be more aware of how you're being perceived by people outside the house. Jamar thinks that she's jealous of him flirting with the other girls. Sure. Sue ends up going to, hold on, let me grab your phone now. Sue ends up asking Ming if they're gonna work out now. Is she gonna talk to Angie now about what's been going on? And Brooke is saying that things are never gonna be solved if you guys all don't work this out. Well, I don't really believe that Ming wants to work anything out. I think she just wants to stir the pot, cause problems, and fight with everyone. I'm trying to see if there's actually a video of their argument earlier today. Bum bada bum bum bum. I'm trying to see if I can find one. I have 3 video. Oh, you have 3 of them? Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on. Let me just see. I thought I saw a video. I thought I bookmarked it, but I guess I didn't bookmark it. I guess I didn't bookmark it. Rhiannon Sheldon. No, that's not it. Let me check one more place to see if we have the clip over here. Yeah. Pretty much our live feed updaters and Power of Cheeto are the 2 people that I go to for the video clips. How long ago was the argument? Jars they hand? No, I don't think they have it. I feel like this was the aftermath where Jamar was thanking people for defending Angie. It was at 1:45. Yeah. All right, I could have sworn I saved it. I guess I didn't save it. I will go and find it for the next live feed update show, because I don't know why. I don't know why it's not here. I don't know why it's not here, but I don't want to waste more time trying to find it. I will get it for you for the next live feed update show. Lastly, sometimes I feel bad for people. And a little while ago, kind of like when we were live, we had this happen.
Get it.
Cheer up, Buttercup. Do you need a tissue? Here, tissue. Grab it. Imagine I can make them.
Hate me.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh, this is not attractive. I don't hate you. I love you, Maddie. You're great. You're great, Maddie. No, but we don't all hate you. Here's the thing.
I've never been hated ever.
I'm sorry. Am I supposed to take this seriously? Why does everybody hate me? Why does everybody hate me? I've never been hated ever. Never been hated. And then she's crying, but yet braiding the grass on the lawn. She's like braiding the grass on the lawn while also crying. Some of us aren't used to being hated. Well, get in line. Just it's Big Brother season. Get used to people hating you. I do feel bad for her. Clearly she has lost Mike. I do think she is a good person. I give her a lot of credit for standing up to people like Chris, not caring how it is going to affect her game. I'm sure she is concerned. I'm sure she's... hold on. I think maybe... I was trying to stall for one hot second. Nope, don't have to. Wait. I thought I was getting it for you guys. I feel like I've wasted so much time. I'm trying to find it. Lost Mike on slop 2 weeks and going on the block. Yikes. Yeah, I mean... I don't think that it is the greatest, but yeah, I think she's aware that she's going on the block, which should probably be happening anytime soon. Feel like the feeds will be going down soon for that. So, I mean, I think the big thing to come out of this morning was all of the fallout from the Jamar, Angie, Carol making the racist comments. Oh, did you send it to me? Let's see if this will work. See if this will work. Okay, okay, good. Here we go. Thank you very much, lovers, dreamers, and me. We got it. All right, let's watch the beginning of this argument. And here we... Here we go. Where's the play button?
Words. In this game, talking about someone automatically makes them a target. Putting balls in their thing automatically makes them a target. So maybe that's your perception on what a target is. But I need to let you know that the second my name came out your mouth, I felt like a target in this house. So that's why I felt some kind of way about you. If you could stop doing that, I'd be more than happy. Because
Angie.
you said I'm not your target. So it's easier to just stop all that. And you don't have to target me in a competition.
Angie,
and put 7 balls
you don't
in
have
thing
to
if
tell
I'm not
me.
your target.
You don't have to tell me how to play my game because
That's exactly what I said. I said that's your game. You do you. But then don't sit here and say that I'm not your target. Own it, girl. If I want to be, if that's what I said, you think I'm your target?
You're really cute.
Great. I don't care.
Angie, you're
Honestly,
really.
it's not a big deal.
Angie,
it's the game.
You're actually making me laugh right now. You're really cute.
Now, is this her tactic to make her mad? Because there are some people that get real mad when you do that. There are people that get livid. I'm not one of them. But if you do that. So I wonder if this is strategy on her part or if she really is just laughing at her.
Because
you see how I'm condescending.
No, but I'm very
girl.
No, but
you don't need
Angie,
any of that.
can I finish my sentence?
Maybe
if you let me finish my sentence, you'll learn something.
Don't be condescending and finish your sentence.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
I don't need anybody putting words in my mouth, and I don't need anybody misinterpreting what I'm saying. You don't need to understand my game moves. You don't need to understand my gameplay.
Understand.
You can interpret it however you like. I'm speaking for myself, and I'm letting you know straight up. I'm a very honest, straight shooter type of person. You're not my target. Even if I were to put you up, you wouldn't be my target. You would be a pawn.
Okay. So if you're
So,
talking about your gameplay,
if you don't
sorry, you just had a break. Are you no? I can't.
You always interrupt me.
You just had a break in your sentence. I was trying to respond to what you just said.
Okay, but I wasn't done. It was a pause. It was a beat. I don't know how many times I have to say this to you. It might look
Stop pausing.
Actions.
But you're not my target.
You're not my type.
If you don't understand, that's on you. I don't really care. But I'm letting you know, and I'm not fucking lying to your face.
Jump off a bridge.
I'm not looking at you and telling you that you're not my target when really you are.
Right.
I just didn't want you to be HOH. And in that competition, you could have become HOH. You know why? Because there's a lot of beef and drama going on in the house. And a lot of other people were way bigger targets than you. So I was thinking about my game, and I was thinking about things that have happened in the past 2 weeks, and I was covering my own
And she was covering her own ass. Wait, I think we have one more part. We have one more part of it. Oh boy, we got a very zen Angie here to finish it up. Okay, here we go.
Not this, all those things. But if your actions are putting that into the house anyway, what difference does it make if you're not coming
see
to What
you.
difference does it make if you say I'm not your target?
I can't hear you. You're not part of my
That
world.
are putting a target on my back.
I don't think you're anybody's target, Angie, for real.
Right. That's legitimate. That's the best news. That's the point of this game.
Yeah.
But if you're putting my name in your mouth, you're putting it out there as a possibility. I have not put your name out to say, oh, yeah, she should be this, she should be that.
No, but you've said that I was a bully and I was a this and I was a that.
You kind of.
Do you know why I've said those things? Because of the actions that I've seen. When you were talking to Kyle and Kyle was having that, when you were talking to Maddie, when you brought up Mike's name, when you were talking to Brooke, these are the actions.
She didn't take a pause, Ming.
You don't know me.
I don't. That's why I can only go off of what I've physically seen.
Okay, so that's you're entitled to your opinion.
I am entitled.
And that's your interpretation of my personality, and that's cool. and I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you otherwise.
You don't need to. It's
okay.
It's
so
fine.
what is the point now?
I didn't come up to you to have this conversation.
Okay, so where are we getting at now? Like, where are we getting at now?
I don't know what your goal
What
was for this
conclusion are we drawing now? Has anything positive come out of this conversation?
No.
I don't know. In the initial states, knew that nothing positive would come out of the conversation.
Well, because you were committed to that thought.
No.
And
because
so
I know
you've
how
created that reality.
That's not it.
Because you're not letting go of shit.
It's the secret.
I'm able to let go of shit, but you're not. And that's why I have to
I'm
watch
pretty
you.
and you're ugly.
Do you see what you've just said to me? And you said I'm the one. I haven't said anything like that.
I'm the one.
No, but the way that you're talking is so like you're so salty and you're so bitter, and it's like I've never like.
I'm not salty. I'm not bitter.
Okay.
This is the exact same thing that you
go back to your happy place, man.
That I have a perception of you, and
I don't need to be walking around this house and feeling like whatever when you're in a room, and vice versa. That's not what I'm trying to do here.
Great.
If you can understand that, great. I'm happy. If
Perfect.
you don't understand that, then I guess this conversation was pointless.
As long as you can keep my name out your mouth, we'll be fine. That's what I can tell you at the end of this conversation.
Okay.
Honestly, we will be fine.
And I hope you can keep my name out of your mouth and not say Minh-Ly is a bully. And did you see the way she argued with Kyle? And did you see what she said to Maddie? And na.
Na 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 na. Hey. Bye, Ming. Thank you, Angie. Thank you for being someone that stands up to Ming. Please don't stand up to her too much. We need her for this feed drama. We need her for this feed drama. So, they kind of stayed out of each other's hair for the rest of the day. I kind of feel like this argument this afternoon / morning, as well as the continuation of what Carol said, was it racist? Did she mean it for those reasons? Is kind of what today has mainly been the focus on. Other than what will Sheldon's nominations be. Now again, they have not happened yet, so we do not know officially what they are going to be. I feel like it's pretty much a lock to assume it's going to definitely have Rhiannon be one of them. I think he might go back to what he originally said right when he won HOH, which was a Rhiannon and Maddie. I can only assume by that crying Maddie clip, which happened while we were live. They do their noms and POV ceremonies. Yeah, they have been doing them late. So, I feel like those are all the big moments that we have missed from the live feeds for today, the 13th of March. I am going to rippity wrap this show up unless any of you guys in chat have any questions. My birthday's tomorrow. Awesome! Happy birthday. Thanks for a great show. Angie asked her to pray afterwards and then they hug it out. Great. Yeah, I missed that fight because I was in the middle of the Michael interview. So they hugged it out. Thank you for our live feed update. All right, that being said, I will probably see all of you all later. And again, we're not 100% sure what time. We're not sure if we're doing the weekly recap tomorrow night or if we're doing it on Sunday night before the after show. You might be getting 3 hours of Big Brother from us on Sunday. It really all depends on Michael's availability. He will not be home until later tonight. I really don't want to bombard him when he is home with his family. They just said that they would let me know what will work better for him. And as soon as I know, I will let all of you know. Alrighty, don't forget, if you missed the Michael interview, it is in the TV Co app under the BB Can 7 community exclusively right this moment. Or you can check out any of these live feed update shows that you missed on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan, iTunes, or on YouTube. They're over there as well. Just make sure you thumbs up and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell so that you get alerted. 5-star rating and a nice review in iTunes is always appreciated too. And of course, you guys sharing the show, liking our stuff on social media, commenting really helps us more than you guys know. Oh, did I say BB Can 7 community? The BB Canada community on the TV Co app. I don't have my phone right here. Yes, I do. Ready? For those of you that are confused and say you're not sure where to find it, if you open up your handy dandy TV Co app, thank God there was no porn on there. You can see right at the top, it says communities. You just scroll over to Big Brother Canada. This is so hard to do backwards. And then you're in this is the regular Big Brother community. See, I told you it was hard to do backwards. Where's Big Brother Canada? It's over here. So you click on the Big Brother Canada community, and then you can see there's our show with Michael, our after show from last night. You can see other people's Big Brother Canada shows, our previous ones. It's all right there, exclusively in the TV Co app. Until the next show, I will see you guys all later. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.